West, y'all.
Okay, welcome everybody to another Empty Out the Clip. My name is Cams. I'm here with Mosul's Let's. What's up, brothers? How's it going?
What's good?
What's up?
So, just remind everyone to jump on our Facebook page, Empty Out the Clip group page. If you jump on there and answer the 3 questions, we might let you in, we might not, depending on how you go on the questions. But our security will handle that. So
You're still waiting for that cup, eh? The first cup in the... he can be above the table. But yeah, massive shout out to the Parramatta Eagles going into the finals
Very
tomorrow.
hard.
You got to remember, man, there's only one club in the Sydney area that's looking after all the PIs. Just look at the history, look at the rich history of the club. We got cheated in 2009. And so massive as big shout out to Zai Papali'i. Bring it home, Neff. Even to Junior Polo and the boys. Yeah, just wishing you guys all the best for the final tomorrow. Got my chicken back to read barbecue at 8:30 tomorrow night.
Mean. I'll just shout out to all my viewers, all the viewers that have been watching, all my stories, thank yous. Yeah.
I'm making a shout out to all of the guests I've had on back on Rugby 5 today and yesterday. Getting these candidates that's going for the elections that's going to be taken next week, next Saturday.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tua Schuster, bro. Love this episode, bro. Love this episode. Hey, if anyone that's listening, man, tune into the Back of the 135 and check out the Cameron and Tua Schuster pod. That was freaking epic, eh? Bloody solid interview.
Name one thing you got out of it. That was interesting.
That a growing up conversation can take place without raising voices and stuff like that. But man, just a different perspective, different perspective.
Mm.
And government just didn't seem like he had a hidden agenda, but just, if you can got the time to do it.
You're straight up, eh? Straight up, eh?
Straight up.
Yeah, so good luck to all the candidates going for it, for local board and council and mayor.
Yeah, man, bring on the hovercrafts, huh?
All right, before we get into our topics, we're going to start with what's trending on social media. So, we're going to talk about the past week. We're all on our feeds. We're all up on our feeds, whether we're bored on sitting on the toilet or or scrolling before we go to sleep in bed. We're always on our feeds. So, I'll start with you. What have you noticed been trending on social media the past week?
Just a lot of, like on Instagram, just a lot of garbage. Just a lot of, it's funny, it's hilarious. But yeah, I just find a lot of, just time-wasting news on Instagram. And I think the people that put up there just do it for entertainment and that. But other than that, a lot of West Network stuff has come up this week, which is good. Because I've been sharing a whole lot of it on my socials as well. Just trying to, getting it out there. There was one, I think, day that I put up all, like, the types of podcasts that we have that's on the, the umbrella. Just sharing it out there, getting it out there to the people, Yeah.
Sweet. So you enjoying the Afka Scoop stuff that's been coming out?
I think I'm the number one fan at the moment.
They got some solid. Yeah, their last episode was pretty out the gate, but it was pretty good, eh? Pretty good. I mean, that was just part 1, eh? That's part 1 of the.
Yeah, that was part 1.
Yeah.
Good stuff coming out. Yeah, keep posted, people. Keep watching. Keep listening.
How about you, Let's? What's been on your feed when you're sitting on the toilet?
Well, I think ever since someone talked about reels, I just find myself wasting time looking at reels, man.
Yeah.
KFC.
Yeah, and it's a sort of addicting because you just next.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, fuck, it's been almost 35 minutes. You going, I follow these 2 ladies. One's, I think she's like Middle Eastern, but she's a barber, and she just does like real short, like maybe 10-second reels of just her finishing the haircut,
Oh yeah.
or she might just pull facials, and she's got heaps of content online. And then another one's an Indian lady. She's an actress, and like ever since I've liked it, it just seems to just be popping up.
Yeah.
But that's nothing too hard up apart from those things. Like I've been surprised how much not much of the finals is not on my
the
feed.
league final.
Yeah, the league finals. Like I thought it'd be blowing up, like how the New South Wales and Queensland stuff was.
True. Good point.
And even like for the rugby stuff, even like in the news, like I think even Willie Loss's funeral was pretty like watered down. Like it wasn't seeing a lot of it like being posted apart from all the major networks just showing that his funeral was going live and that.
Yeah, I had a friend that went. I think that's her uncle, and I just watched her story.
Yeah,
And she was at the funeral.
but yeah, they cremated him. He got cremated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I only managed to catch the last probably 10 minutes of it. Just finished work. But yeah, sad times, I mean, there's a lot of people passing away, young,
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
I've been following on the brother side. On the brother side, I've been following this guy named Andy Cooks. I think he's a Kiwi guy, but now living in Australia, and him and his wife. So he's a chef, right? And so his posts all about cooking a meal. So he cooks a meal, but the way he does it is like he starts off in his own kitchen and he opens the fridge and he asks his wife what she wants for dinner or lunch.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man, eh?
Yeah.
So I think every post is a different meal, and he like. So it always starts off with, "Oh, what would you like for dinner, babe?" And she goes, "Oh," and the camera goes to her and she says, "Oh, can I have blah blah blah?" Well, whatever it is, and he makes it, and it shows you how to make it. Yeah. It's cool, man. It's a good.
He makes them nice. It's quality too. You can tell he puts effort into his cooking.
Yeah, but you can, because it's cool that he does it at home, because it makes you think, oh man, I can do it at home too. Like, just get the ingredients he gets and do it like he gets it. So, in my household, we're trying to cut down on takeaways. So we're trying to cook from Monday to Thursday. Because the rule in my household is like, okay, we take turns having to cook. No more takeaways and all that. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday is every man for himself.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, sorry.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every man for himself. So up to you what you want to do. But encourage eating healthy, eating home cooked meals. So my household, everyone takes a turn. I got Wednesday. I pick Wednesday. But since if I have a podcast, then I'll just swap with someone.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
That's good, bro. That's good. Because you know what? I like how we spoke about earlier, like trying to make little changes. Like in our house, bread's going off. Like we've gone to rice sort of, but rice like maybe 2-3 times a week. Like if that, like even maybe 2 pots of rice, but bread. But what I have been buying instead of the bread is the wraps, because the wraps last longer.
Yeah,
you can go like almost just under 2 weeks with the wraps once you're breaking the bag, the seal open. But that's good, man. Like trying to do little changes like that, eh?
Well, what's your guys' opinions on like a home cooked meal? Like for me personally, I love home cooked meals. Because you can because you can make as much as you want. Instead of like going out to eat. You have whatever's on the plate or whatever. But I just love home cooked meals.
We have a family vote, eh? Like I put 2 options up, but to me, like, because I got an autistic son, I gotta like cater to him as well. If I know he's not gonna touch it, then I might as well just do 2 separate meals. But if I do like spag bowl, the kids will be like, "Yep, spag bowl." But if I say, "Okay, we'll do wraps," the kids at the point when they hear wraps, they're like, because they know all I want to do is just I will like pretty much pre-cut and eat salad and whatever, and just have like the balsamic or mayonnaise, sweet chili sauce, and just whatever, make your wrap up. But then the kids like when I fry the
meat.
Fry the wraps, because some of them you can heat up and they sort of expand a bit like a naan bread.
Oh yeah.
So they're happy with that. But I mean, one of those, like, just cut one in half, bro, is enough to fill anyone, especially when the palace, like,
Yeah.
it's like, what are you going to have in it? It's got like a little thin as pancake. Otherwise, you can pack it up like how you go to, like, some food joints and they just fill it up with salads.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, I find home cooking cool, man. Especially actually doing the cooking because it's fun. You can make it fun, and like you can experiment too. You can have all these spices and herbs in there, and you can try different things. So, and it's cool that watching that Andy cooks because now you're exposed to new ways of doing stuff.
Yeah.
Or new, like, like you can like think of what you like at the takeaway, right? You can make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just YouTube it and
Yep.
Pretty much, eh?
get the ingredients because I sort of weighed it up when I bought ingredients for a recipe I saw, and it came up to like maybe under $50 for everything. But the amount of food that came out of that $50 fed my whole family and some leftovers.
Damn,
and if
yeah.
you went to a restaurant, it would cost more than $50,
Yeah.
and it's just one meal each, So it should be cheaper than that because the cost of the cost of living's going up and
Yeah.
groceries are going up. It should be actually cheaper than that, but it's still better than going to a restaurant,
Good point.
But yeah,
It's just the convenience, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically
That's all it is.
paying someone to cook your food
Saving
for
the
you,
time. But I'm a sucker for the cooked chickens at Pack and Save, though.
Oh,
Like,
that's
bro, you can always, like, $9, and, they reckon that's good, bro. Like, a whole chicken, you can break a whole chicken up, like, feed a family,
yeah, hard out buns or mayo.
so boys, we had our first topic for tonight, and I'm sure to talk about some news that came around past week. So on Wednesday, out in Northwest, Costco opened for the first time in New Zealand, and Costco is a wholesale store, department store. They sell food, clothes, electronics, and groceries in bulk. So if guys know the Gilmores, it's like that, but the public can come in, and there's more stuff than that. So
It's like, Boom Bullet said, you know what it is, you know what it is.
So it was a big deal. It was a big deal Wednesday at the grand opening. There was people camping outside Costco's waiting for it to open in the morning. So some lady came up from Wellington, flew up. Oh wait, this lady, she wrote to Costco saying that since I'm the first person to ever in New Zealand to get a card because it's all recorded.
Yeah.
Can I be the first person to walk through your doors? So she flew up from Wellington just to walk through the doors, the first person. I don't know if it happened or not, but it came on news. Another lady had Costco tattooed on her body. And then you got all the people sleeping outside waiting for it to open. So, in terms of like pop culture, that was a big phenomenon with opening
Yeah.
of a new store and all that. So it was a really big deal for all these people. And they've been trying to sell, they've been getting people to apply for these cards for the past year, ever since the beginning of the year. So it's now open. There's a big queue. A lot of people are trying to stay away, trying to now let's wait till the hype dies down to go in. But I know my sister went and they had to wait in line. They went in the morning when they opened. They had to wait in line for like 10 minutes, and then another 5 minutes to get in. So yeah, they came out with not much stuff because they did their shopping already at Pack and Save. But
Yeah.
they found things cheap but in bulk too. So yeah. So how did you see this Costco thing on your feed, and did
No,
any of your family go? And
No, I had a friend. So when the buzz that it was gonna come here, she already had her card. Like she applied for or whatever, got her card, and then she she sent me a photo of the mayo. So the mayonnaise, she said it cost like $17. The normal big one at Pack and Save is like it's like nothing. The big mayo at Costco's was massive, eh? No, I don't know about getting it. Like I got nothing. Like it's just another like when it's. Oh, and that's another thing she said. It was busy because people were applying for cards, but like people that already had cards that just could just walk through or something like that. Yeah, but no, yeah, I see the big teddy bears. I see the like they sell food in there too. Like you can eat in there or something. Man,
There's a food court. They do pizza and hot dogs, but it's the hot dogs you buy and then you put your own thing on top. And there's refill drinks, but it's all cheap. So like $2 for a hot dog, and
Alved's not a believer, guys. He still believes in fresh Joyce and back and say,
no, I mean like I'll eventually I'll go and check it out. But now they said there's refillable drinks.
because I was saying on the chat, hey, it's like if you figure about like a one-stop shop, like of what you can buy in there, apart from the stupid teddy boys and the oversized Christmas trees and all that stupid shit, like that's like a waste of money. Like you wouldn't go on there. Like just who's got the space to freaking hold like a teddy bear that's probably bigger than Ave, and Ave's like 6'4", man. Come on, that's like stupid spending. But there's gonna be people with money who can do that shit, right?
Yeah.
But then if you look at the scale of what you're buying in comparison, like you said, the mayonnaise, or like they've got just stuff that's not here, like the Dr. Pepper shit, like they've got it in bulk. So like if you bought like a box of Coke that's on sale at Countdown, well, you look at how much you'd save because you get a rebate. Like if you've spent over a certain amount of money, they can cash that back. Then it becomes like a saving if you got a membership. Like a lot of people are talking about like the chicken you buy in bulk. If you're buying like 20 kgs worth of it, then your rebate might be like $7. If you break that down, 20 kgs into $7 minus whatever you're paying, it's like almost $3 in a kg, which is real cheap overall.
Wow.
The savings that you're making. But no, I love the place. Like I think back in the day, if you think about how Kmart was.
Oh, it's like a Kmart.
No, but Kmart had like where Kmart was, you had a couple of clothing stores, then you had Woolworths, and you had a food court.
Yeah.
But that's all under one roof, and there's no divided walls. That's how much. That's like sort of like a Costco.
Oh, okay.
Like if you think about it, and then one side might have like a no limit. It's like just a no limit attached to it, so it's all of that under one roof. And
man,
it's like if you go there on the mindset, like you will just go look at the TVs. Yeah, you're gonna end up at the bakery as well because there's a bakery in there. It's like you go in there and I was only going in there for one thing, and oh shit, I saw this, and you just chuck it in the trolley, end up buying it. But at least you get it, you get a bit of a rebate before you pay. And probably with the queues lining up, is because you need to show your ID to get in.
Oh,
you need to show your card, and like because it's still new, like people, they'll probably ease it a bit later.
Yeah.
But like for those trying to come in because it's a membership, so I want those people to get scanned in first.
Yeah.
Because they take your photo away.
Yeah, it's on the back of the card. So if you buy, I think, one membership, you can get someone else to come in as a second member on the same membership.
Oh yeah, she was telling she was saying come and do the gas too, get the gas and if you need shopping or whatever, and I'm like
But it's just good, man. Like even like Lincoln Road and like Westgate, like it's not far apart.
No.
But because Costco's gone up there, it's like put all the pressure on the other outlets to drop their fuel as well.
Oh yeah.
So people are like there's some days Nicky might not even have to go up to Costco because Pack and Save's already matched it
down.
because they've seen what they're doing with the like 91 and the 95.
Oh.
But yeah, there's one thing that I forgot that's trending, bro. Ever since it opened, there's a fans page.
Honestly,
my news feed is just boom, like of everything in the shop, and people who haven't got memberships, they're like, "Oh, do they have this?" Bro, people just uploading photos of what they've seen so far.
Man, yeah, I seen the obviously the teddy bear, the Christmas trees, the TVs, the chicken. I see the chicken too. And the chicken was cheap. I think it was like $9. Oh,
nah, $7 bucks.
$7
for the
bro.
chickens,
And Pick and Save or Countdown, they're probably like $12 or $11 or something. But still, that's a good bargain.
So if anyone wants to go and they don't have a card, just DM me, private message me. And we'll meet up outside. Just put $30 gas in my car. And we'll split the difference when we go in on the membership. Yeah, just putting it out there.
Man, I don't. Yeah, I need to go up, man.
So you can actually go halves with your partner with one card.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you pay for one membership. This is like at City Fitness, how you got that platinum card.
Bring a friend.
You can bring a friend, but I mean, they get a full-on membership. They don't need you there. It's just you need someone with the card to actually go through the counter. So when you pay,
okay.
So how did the card knows that you're the partner or you're the other person? You're the second person.
Is it
because you got your
secure?
own card. So if I applied, and then I wanted to share it with Ave can use. He can be the second member on the same card, but you got your own card. We just paid one. It's just one annual fee.
So Avi has to go and get a photo and all that. Too.
Yeah, you got to be there.
Wow.
But it's
Okay.
pretty cool, eh? Like, just when you go and get your card, just make sure you're shaved and clean and that looks like you. Like, you know, that's what you're going to look like in 2 or 3 weeks. You know, otherwise you get catfish. You know? If you got one of these Filipino security and they look at it, or the Indian ones, and they look at it and they go, I did have to ring my supervisor to come down and verify your ID.
Is there security there?
Yeah, they got security there.
Oh, okay.
So you need looking for jobs. I know a few people that are up there now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, actually working in
Yeah,
there.
I've vouched for a couple of people that have wanted jobs up there
Oh.
in the warehousing though.
Oh, mean. Oh, it's good to know that it's like their old. What was it called? Their court. Not
Food court.
yeah, their food court in where Kmart was. What was
Yeah.
that called?
It wasn't the Matakari Plaza food court.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like that was good because you just one car park.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
everything.
everything's there. It's like,
And you can eat in there.
I need some shorts. Yeah, go and have a look at the shorts store. You know, the current shop that was there. And he's you sit here and eat this, and I'm just gonna go for a go.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Is the convenience of that. The only thing that's missing is the bar heels. If they had a bar in there, man, fuck, it'll go off. That place will go off.
They can't have alcohol in here because of trust.
Mean.
But someone did try to say like, he's gonna throw Gilmore's out the door. But it's like, bro, Gilmore sells alcohol. I don't see how it can.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and there's a lot, a lot of people will stay loyal to Gilmore's because they took so much shit on tick. You know, it was in Gilmore's you gotta pay it. Like Costco, you have to pay it. I don't think they'll get to the point they're lending so much out to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did read that as a tweet, and I was like, shut the fuck up, you didn't know. It ain't like you know, whatever. It cracks me out when some people say that, Gilmore's gonna go under now. Like, they ain't gonna go under, bro.
And it's good. It's provided more jobs for the people. I mean, obviously more jobs for people.
Yeah, something like 400 jobs, eh?
Wow.
Which is, man, good for the Westies.
Yeah. Oh, they'll be buzzing up there for a while.
Okay, next on the news, I've got down. You guys watched the Joseph Parker fight. So he lost against Joyce. And on the 11th round, he got knocked out. But I think he was losing. I didn't really watch the fight. When I turned it on, it was like the last round, that final round anyway. And I saw him, and I heard the commentator say that, he would have lost by points if he went all the way.
Yeah.
But, so you asked, did you watch the fight and how'd you find it?
No, so when you put on in the chat that he lost, I went and YouTubed it and I saw, and it had the highlights of the whole fight, and I think I shared it on our chat. And it looked, Joe Joyce was winning by points, but it looked like a mean fight, you know. At the end, when there was a photo after the fight, and you can see the damage on the fighters. Obviously, Joe Parker had more damage, you know, to his face and that. But like, and the knockdown, it didn't look like. I don't think he was KO'd. I think he was like trying to get up or something. But I don't know. Yeah,
So-
but it was a good fight. I reckon it was a good fight.
How about you, Let's? What'd you think of the fight?
To be honest, good job. Yeah. No, I just feel like he's got all that, like I said, man, like he's got all, it's like some of the best training and the coaches down the side of the world. He wants to get up and leave and go, get the help somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You don't want to stay local and support local. Yeah, ngali. But now, I think, when he got knocked down, to be honest,
Yeah.
that looked like a knockdown. Fuck, I didn't want any more smack.
Yeah.
Because he didn't look like he wanted to get up. And like his face did it all, eh?
Yeah.
Like usually some
smashed.
guys, they bruise like that, like maybe a couple of days after or like not long after the fight. But he was they just bruised and bro, his face, his eyes are getting smaller and smaller. So I'm surprised that his eyes were even open when he had his end of the fight picture. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough road for him to try and get back on top again. But yeah, even I think the best probably little interview I saw post fight was what Tyson Fury said, eh? And he even said that dude was like, fuck, he's one of the toughest guys he's ever sparred, eh? He goes, fuck, I wouldn't wanna, And like,
Joyce.
yeah, he said
Man.
he's probably the strongest guy he's ever sparred with. And like he's never felt so much power come from one dude for someone who's like started boxing at a later age.
Because he's actually tall. Is he taller than and bigger than Joseph Parker?
Yeah, he looked like he was 2 feet,
Yeah.
taller, eh? So he must be like 6'6" or something, 6'7".
I
He's
wonder
a
what
beast, eh? Fuck, he must have massive hands.
Does anyone know if he play any other sports before boxing or?
I think wasn't he play rugby or something?
Oh, is he a rugby player?
Yeah, he's an athlete like that.
Oh wow. Oh, well, see what? Do you reckon he played for? Do you think he played for England?
Oh no, bro.
Oh, I think I might have seen him. Eh? Did he play for England?
Play for England, I don't know.
Well, there's
any guys that want to crack it as a boxer and you feel like you have to up and leave, move to the other side of the world and get fussy in their background. It's like one of those things you got to earn the background that you come from first.
Yeah.
And then look around. We don't have it here. Yeah, go offshore and go seek the help over there. But yeah, that would have been guttering for me. Like, fuck, he would have felt like, fuck.
Yeah.
Start all over again. Because he was on a roll too, eh? From Chisora to his last fight. Then he must have felt like he was, yep, that's it. Take this guy out. Gaffs.
Sleep time.
So it doesn't say anything about what he did. It says he did track and field, and he started boxing at 22.
Sheesh.
Wow.
And he's a bit of a scholar. He's got a Bachelor of Science degree. He's got a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and he's an artist too. He's an artist.
Oh wow.
So yeah, pretty talented dude outside the ring.
Yeah.
But I've got this question for you. Where do you think Joseph Parker is now, and do you think he'll come back, or where do you think he is in his career?
Well, how old is he? 34 or something? Depends on like, I think after this loss, like, he should come back home. I think, and it's different when I know he's been overseas for months, and he's missing he must obviously miss his wife and his kids, his family, and that, I think coming back, that would probably, I don't know, it gives you you'll probably get rejuvenated, I guess, and then, but I don't know why he went overseas though. Like, let's got a good point where there's trainers here, that have taken fighters to the world championship and that belts, but like, why did he have to go? Oh, is it because Tyson Fury's camp is that the camp to be in or something?
Yeah, I think it was the Joshua Parker fight, eh? That's when they sort of started crossing paths.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a friend at work, he reckons he flew over, and as one of his mates is close circle with Joe. And then, he had an after party, and he was surprised to see Joe in the apartment with Tyson. And he was just saying, hey, these guys are like on a different buzz, eh? You know that white buzz, man? White buzz is all about powder and all the other drinks and stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
So that was when Tyson fell off after he'd won his world title.
Yeah.
But obviously, Joe's just probably been attracted to how he's come back from letting himself go. And then taking on Wilder and then coming through with the goods. And he stayed with the same trainer, that Lee guy. That's probably why he thought, maybe I can go and You know, it just feels natural to stay with those sort of guys because they had that rapport outside the ring.
Yeah.
So I didn't blame him, but at the same time, it was like, I don't know. Maybe his hunger for what he was trying to chase is sort of just make believe, not his hunger.
So Joseph Parker is 30 years old.
Oh man, he's still
young.
Yeah. And yeah, I reckon come back home and I don't know, just have some time off, rejuvenate with your family. Yeah, get back out there. Nothing wrong with the trainers out these ways either. You know?
Right. Next is I'll let you post it up story here. Zach Guildford is back in the news, trying to bring his life together again.
Yeah. Fucking sad, eh?
This guy has hit rock bottom. I don't know how many times. A few times now. I think the last time I heard he had a binge over in Rarotonga and caused trouble over
He
there.
was getting full at the bar. Or some shit, eh? Like, you gotta remember, eh? Like, I think that's and like, you know, if you peel it back and try and root cause why he's sort of fucking been a bit messed up like that. Say, for example, you come into a professional environment, right? So you know you think you know what's expected of you, right? But then, do you change the way you are, or do you just mask it? So you can only mask the natural you, until you realize, oh fuck, if no one doesn't know how I really am, okay, I'm just gonna mask it. And what does it take to unmask someone who's fucking in an environment like that? Just get him on the piss, eh?
Yeah.
When you get on the piss with someone that you don't know, and you're like, oh, that guy's sick, yeah, I got my little fucker's a good cat, and then he gets drunk, then you're gonna realize it's levels of good guy. Eh? He's the guy who's good, like genuinely, like, oh bro, you got $100? Oh yeah, bro, here. Oh, oh bro, can you drop me off here? Oh no, bro, he's taking my car. When he gets drunk, hey, he's obviously fucking had an addiction. Like, there's been issues or underlying issues that no one in his rugby club acknowledged, and not even the All Blacks management and everyone. They try to, you know, obviously think like there was something wrong. Because, like, who gets caught out of, I think it was one of the international games, he went out the night before, and, like, bro, no, are you saying that your teammate didn't know where you were? He would have known, but he probably would have told him, like, oh, I'm just going down the road. But the whole time he was gambling, eh? So he had a gambling addiction.
Yeah,
Massive. And, like, it's like anyone, bro. Like, anyone that's got, a drug addiction or, like, alcohol, like, addiction, it's like, bro, if you can't admit it, well, clearly you can do everything to fucking hide it, eh?
Yeah.
You know? And this poor dude, like, you know, Zach Guildford at the time was probably he was like the change. Like, if you look at Ben Smith as a rugby player, he was the earlier version of Ben Smith in his early reign. Because, bro, there was no one doing runs the way he was. But he was still young, man. Like, you know, and it took like one international game for him to get stood down. And then that's where his fucking relapse of everything that just unfolded in his life, you know? But the articles said, hey, it's just like, man, like, you know, that's like the biggest fall from grace. He pretty much had everything, until he realized, like, fuck, he's pretty much lost everything he's earned to his addiction.
Yeah.
But you don't see the New Zealand rugby, like, trying to, oh, fuck, we'll help you. That's why I fucking can't stand them, eh? They just use everyone.
Until you fall down.
Well, they're not trying to support him. Like, you know, I would have, man, if I was in charge of a big corporation like them, fuck, I'd be reaching out to him and to his family, you know. I'll be trying to pay some of his granddad's back, you know. Granddad, you know, but
that was pretty sick. Yeah, I watched the whole thing, the link. It was pretty sad. He stole off his grandfather, and he stole off one of his close friends too, or something.
But that's the thing. If you got a problem, and like in this gambling, it's just like people that are on P, man. They don't give a fuck. They literally don't have a fuck about how anyone feels. Yeah. They have no remorse. It doesn't mean shit to them, you know? Yeah. Now, I got family members that are on the drugs, and like I got friends that are fucking, when they admit that they got a drinking problem. But that's what it is, man. Like, they wouldn't say it, you know? They're just masking it from the outside and looking, oh, man, he's all good. He's just having a few drinks. Unreal. He's like having a slab every freaking day of the week.
The man's got a ankle bracelet and he's on home D now.
Yeah. But I think like the community work that's been given to him while he's on home D might be his healing or trying to get him on the straight.
Yeah.
Because I think some people need to hear their own shit or their own fuck ups to realize, like, bro, fuck that. That's me that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And for people to listen, and then maybe they need to. Sometimes they need to see someone their reaction to someone's story, for them to be like, man, I really just said that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, fuck yeah, that guy's Fall from Grace is probably the saddest thing, especially because he was such a young talent.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like, it's almost like how Joshua's team didn't try and save him, mate. Like, his Fall from Grace was like, that's fucking ugly. That's live on TV. Yet no one tried to save him, mate. Like, no one tried to save him.
They just let him do it.
Yet the taxpayers pay all this shit fucking for the All Blacks, and the All Blacks, while he was in the All Blacks care, didn't try and, we boo him and all that shit. And look at him now. Now he wants the time on main TV to say, nah, fuck, hey, I've had this problem for years. Even because Mark Hunt came out about it. When Mark Hunt was coming out about it, like his gambling addiction, he was literally doing fucking in the casino the night before, and he was supposed to be asleep, literally going out to fight in Pride, and they're fucking like 2 hours before his fight, man.
What?
Like, that's how real the issue was, eh? Like, in Mike said, I can't remember one blew like 40K, like just sitting on the machine.
Wow.
And I had hadn't been asleep for like almost 16 hours, and then he had a fight that night, and he just fucking knocked her the fuck out, and then, bro, I can't wait to get back on the machine. Like,
Nah.
It's real, eh?
About gambling, because I didn't gamble, but do you guys know? I mean, do you guys know how to gamble?
On the pokies, I do. But yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is addictive.
Is it? I've never, like, honestly, I've never tried it. I've never put, but because my parents do it, but I've never tried it. And I remember this one night I went with a friend, and he drew this is a true story. He drew a 5K, right, and he blew the 5K in an hour and a half, and I was just watching him, and I'm like, bro, just save some money for at least for you to buy some smokes.
Yeah.
See, but yeah, like you're right, it's a bad addiction, man. Like, well, you could say food isn't it? Like, that's probably my addiction, right? But then, the gambling, I think, yeah.
Wow, man, it's a hard one, eh? Like, fuck. Like, I don't know, I remember there's a video out, and it's an old one, and Arnold's talking about doing bicep curls, eh? And he said, if you put your mind into the muscle, right, and you squeeze, eh? And he compares it to, like, coming. Like, that's his mindset of it, right? Like, he said, that's the feeling, like, the feeling of it. The addiction is the same, bro. Like, when you're on high and the dopamine's are fucking high, that's the thrill of it, eh? It's like doing something where you feel like, fuck, you're going to get something out of it, And you're just hungry for the next one. Because, I mean, if you're watching the freaking movies and seeing, like, how people get addicted to it, because they're on that high all the time. Bro, when they come down, that's when they're, like, fucking...
Yeah.
Like, guys, eh?
Yeah.
But then when they're on that high, I mean, and you're on the drug long enough, and it'd be like the addictions as well. When you're on that ruthless, don't care. What do you think Zach when borrowed the money from his granddad? He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because in his head is like, fuck, I'm looking for the next,
Yeah.
He's still benching. He's still, like, fuck it. I'm just fizzing to go. Can't wait to get this money in my hands. But I mean, it's obviously it's a sad illness, eh? It is an illness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like, fuck, that dude was the man, though. Like, he's so young.
Oh.
Kalafai Zach, if you're listening, Zach, we love you, G. You're the man, bro. Like, that's a good example of, like, someone's addiction, eh?
They don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
They just get it.
They're ready for their next fix.
Get it or whatever.
Yeah, man. Kalafai's come on, Zach.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're just going to a break right now, and we'll be back with some more news for y'all. 1, 2, and 8. All right, welcome back. Carrying on with the show. The Vodafone Warriors, or in fact, the company Vodafone, they've announced they're gonna have a name change. They're going to be called.
Tahi? Oh, no. Sorry, it's not Tahi. Son of a bitches, eh?
They're going to be called One New Zealand starting from next year, which means
man.
a new rebranding. So they got a new logo, new name, One New Zealand. Which means the New Zealand Warriors will no longer be known as the Vodafone Warriors. It will be the One New Zealand Warriors for next year. Now, there's been a little criticism with that name. And one of the criticisms was, man, this was an opportunity for you guys to be called One Aotearoa.
Is it just to fit the bracket or?
So I'll start with you. Let's this news. What your thoughts and your take on this?
To be honest, I could not give two fucks about the Warriors to Big Daddy Fat Sacks. Sorry, Oos, young Alec. You might as well ask 2 degrees. Mangai South 2 degrees. The 2 degrees Warriors. But that sounds just as balafu as the Spark Warriors. If it was like the one NZ Eels, sick, yeah. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, couldn't give two fucks about them, bro. They pretty much, the season died when Fetsa Palestina left, yeah, Uma. Get us.
No, well, first of all, I don't think the changing of the name's gonna do anything to their season. You know, like that's the least of the worries. You know, they need people, players to get on the field and win games. You know, like, or even if the team they have now, but the name should be the last. Like winning games should be the first.
But they got like a whole lot of home games, don't you? Like, I think. Are they home,
next season?
Next season, they got more home games. But like, you gotta give it up to them, mate. Like, they created the like, if they had dropped out of the NRL because it wasn't viable for them to like make the trips back and forth during COVID.
Yeah,
competition would have been shit.
Well, they like the what I didn't understand was even when they first started, and it was the Auckland Warriors.
Oh, the name.
Yeah, the name, like, because in Australia they got the cities, and obviously like I reckon we should have still kept Auckland because that's a city name, you know.
Yeah.
Not the like Newcastle, Brisbane, Parramatta, Penrith, and then Auckland, you know. I don't they should just, why not go back to Auckland? But hey,
That's a good point, because when you talk about expansion teams in other leagues, like say the NBA, so Canada is involved in the NBA, but they've got Toronto. And they don't call the Canada Raptors, they call the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's a good point. I think with the New Zealand Warriors thing, how they swapped it over to New Zealand Warriors from Auckland Warriors, I think that was to get the whole country involved. And it's got to do with their marketing too. So if you're going to sell jerseys, and you just call it the Auckland Warriors.
But you live in Otago.
Yeah. I see that point.
Yeah, only Aucklanders will buy it. You know, the rest of the country won't feel like it's part of their team. But I think because it's one team in New Zealand, they figured it must be called the New Zealand Warriors because we only got one team. If they had to put a second New Zealand team in there, maybe they'll change the name. Go back to Auckland Warriors. And then if Wellington brings up a team, or Christchurch brings up a team, they'll be, Canterbury, whatever, or Wellington, whatever, and New Zealand Warriors will change to Auckland Warriors again.
That's my take on it. Like, I didn't even follow the Warriors anyway. I follow the Raiders, so that's my take on it.
All right, guys. This next segment, we're going down memory lane. So this is a pretty cool segment to have a chat about, because, when we think of memory lane, there's a lot of things that we think about that each of us will bring up something that we forgot about. Forgot about. Like the first one we talked about was the video store, the ventures in the video store. That was pretty cool. But going down this memory lane, we had the sad news of the passing of the rapper Coolio. Now Coolio played a big part in our past, the hip hop music back when we were young, back at school days, and a lot of his music was real popular, and a lot of his music, we really loved his music when it first came out, and that was around the days of Bone Thugs and Harmony and Coolio and Bad Boy and Death Row and all of that. So it was a big part of our music listening back in the day. So a lot of memories when we heard of his passing. Everyone was sad, posted on social media,
Yeah.
and everyone just remembered the songs back in the days, and we probably remembered where we were when we listened to the songs back in the days. So yeah, man, just a little going down memory lane and talk about Coolio and what he meant to us back in then and where we were at and what kind of memories it brought for you. I'll start with you, Al.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I remember. Obviously, Gangster's Paradise. That was the actual movie. Eh?
Dangerous Minds.
Oh, they are dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. Sorry. My bad. I'm not. Yeah. So yeah, Gangster's Paradise was of them. Was the song on the Dangerous Minds movie? What was the actress?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Okay, yeah, no. That Gangster's Paradise video clip,
Yeah.
wasn't that like number one for years?
I think that was like
Ages.
the number one. It was the soundtrack and the single was number one for the longest standing period for fucking ages. I think they would have been like from like 92 or 92 into 93, 94
Yeah.
almost. Because, man, I remember there was one night guy, he used to live up on Swanson Road. He had a freaking Skyline and he had like some subs, or he must have had just a 15, and he just blast that song every
Gangster's
fucking
Paradise.
day. Just, that same song, and he had it on, it would have been cassette,
Oh,
the one side, and just auto played the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But very cool. He was the man, eh? He was
Yeah.
the man. Like, and for those who don't know, this would have been before the riff-raff between East and West Coast.
Yeah.
Because his Fantastic Voyage basically was sort of like the LBC feel of the summer vibe, right? Like,
Yeah.
Because when you're listening, like, to outdoor beats, fuck, everyone was playing that song. Like,
Yeah.
Fantastic Voyage was like, man, even, and like, it was the ones that, if you didn't hear the song, people go, fuck, did you see the video clip? Which is like pretty much house parties, eh? Like,
Yeah.
everyone just like, woke up with the chili bird. I was like, Sunday, look, what are these guys blazing up, Then they got the outside, like, the fields with the basketball, whatever. But yeah, that's my memories of, like, really Coolio music. Even, like, towards his later albums, like, I remember, like, as an intermediate, fucking playing one of his I'll See You When We Get There.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
And, like, the
Oh,
band
yeah.
playing it. It was like, fuck this. Going back, eh?
Well, you Kims.
Man, Fantastic Voyage. That was a song. And you're right. I remember that, man. The video clip when there's the house party, eh? And even the cars going up and down. Eh? That's the first time we watched. We saw it. Eh?
It wasn't Still. It was this song, eh? It was
Yeah,
Fantastic Voyage.
and that's one of the first songs to bring out those kind of video clips. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember that, man. But it's funny when you talk about Gangsta's Paradise. Probably his most famous song. But that was a song for me where it was cool. But then just hearing it all the time, like every single time, like I quickly didn't like it. Like I hated it because you hear it all the time, even on the radio. Like play it all the time. But I gotta give it up to Coolio, man, because that when he first came out, he set a new vibe in hip hop and a new visual. That if you go back and watch that video clip, just watch it and you just remember that this was the first time you probably see this kind of thing happening in hip hop.
Like he's that iconic. Like I remember when I watched I think it was the Tanning of America, and I think during that hip hop era, like obviously the Fantastic Five with the baggy basketball shorts.
Yeah.
But then Tommy Hilfiger's driving through Harlem, and then he looks on the corners because everyone's wearing like plus sizes up, and then he just has the emblem of the Everlast on the shorts. So in his mind, he was like, "Fuck, I gotta create a garment that you can see the top of Tommy Hilfiger on the top of their jeans." And so that's when he got into the briefs. But then the first load of guys to market it was Coolio in that, eh? Like they did like a model show, and because he didn't know he was gonna show up to this gig, bro, they just had all these hip hop artists say, but fuck, when Coolio showed up, everyone was like, "Fuck, where's that from?" Like we gotta go and buy that stuff. So. Nah, he's iconic like that, eh? Like when I think about Tommy Hilfiger and all that, I always think about, bro, yeah, that's right, bro. That's that show that he did the model for, eh? Like he was the one who kickstarted that brand. So like, yeah, it wasn't Snoop, would be Coolio.
I remember his hairstyle, like his braids, like this one, like I like his hairstyle. Oh, playing the clip.
The 6'4". Yeah, man. He's dope.
Oh, the guy with the afro in the passenger seat. Hey. Oh, that's right. All the party
one in the
goers
back.
jump in the boot.
What was he from the West Coast or the East Coast?
East Coast.
Oh, was he?
East Coast rapper, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But just, yeah, bro, his, that sort of hip hop was just feel good music, hey?
Yeah.
Like, when you think about, Summertime in LBC, before that, like, this was a jam, eh? Like, because it just had that, because it's got that funk beat to it, too. There's boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Like, that's what you can hear if you listen to that song on subs. So if anyone's listening, man, go play that Fantastic Voyage video clip on some heavy speakers, man, and just fucking feel the bass line to that track, because it's freaking sick, eh?
That's right, and they all came out of the trunk. Eh?
But even the riding that car, like
Yeah.
drop tops and sitting back, reminds me of that Mr. Grimm video clip in the smoke.
Man. See, hip hop back then, oh my gosh.
Yeah, young, eh? Not even
Yeah.
60. Not even 60,
man.
man.
R.I.P.
So apparently he was at a friend's place and he didn't come out of the bathroom. And when they found him, he was dead
Yeah.
in the bathroom. So I think there was an investigation, but they came out. Oh, he just had a heart attack. He was 59 years old.
Wow. Still heaps of life left.
Okay, next we have the Fear Book of the Week. So this is gonna end up to be a question for you guys, but Fear Book of the Week goes to Adam Levine, part of Maroon 5. So he's been in the news lately for a little bit of a scandal. Is this his fiance or wife? Who's
I
pregnant?
think it's fiance.
Or
his wife.
his partner's pregnant. But he's been caught, or these women have been coming out saying that he's been DMing them, behind the wife or girlfriend's back while she's pregnant. So the question is this Adam Levine cheating on his gingy, DMing these various women? And the other thing that came out in the news was that he wanted to name the baby after one of these women that he's been DMing.
What was your name?
I don't know.
Oh, man, I watched today.
So my first question to you guys is this cheating when you're DMing? And is it wrong for him to, or what does it say when he wants his baby to be named after one of the girls? Start with you, Alf.
Okay, so I guess it's the tone of how he's messaging. Okay, because he could be like, oh hey, I hope you don't mind, if I name my unborn child after you, or his other tone could be, hey, I'm just letting you know, he could. It depends on his tone, but. Obviously, it's a bit weird that you're messaging your ex. Hey, I hope you don't mind. I might name my unborn child, after you. That's weird. I just think that's weird. Yeah.
But it's not cheating, dude.
Yeah.
Is that cheating, Alf?
Oh, well, he's not like, like. touching them or whatever. I don't know. No, I just think it's weird. But then you gotta ask how he's messaging.
Yeah.
Like,
What
like
you mean intention?
yeah,
What's
his
intentions?
his intention. Like he could be, hey, I hope you don't mind. Like he could be messaging like that, or hey,
We were on India the clip, by the way. This is I forgot to scoop. But you know what I think? But this is just my own opinion. It's not cheating, eh? But if you're in a relationship and that means something to you, it's probably inappropriate. It's inappropriate if your intention is to get your feels just for the messaging back and forth.
Yeah.
You know? But there's obviously is she on her thing, or she's cool, so I just go forward and just a little, you know, because everyone does it. Like like they say, there's two type of laws in this world. Guys, they're fufu and guys, they're pepelo. It's sort of like you can't have it both ways, huh? But I mean, if your fool is still in your undies and it's just a message, huh?
Yeah.
But if the intention is to see she's DTF, man, I love you. Fucking
It's Adam Lavelle.
straight up, this is like, it's gonna get your fool stapled when you get home.
That is, What's your opinion on that, Kims?
I think this is a band member, artist, singer shit, man. This famous syndrome, if you're like lead singer or singer for a famous band, it's popular, or it's on the pop charts, and of course you're gonna get some fans, you know.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna get girls at your feet, you know. You're gonna get some groupies, whatever the fuck, you know. And it's just a part of that life,
Yeah.
you know. It's just a part of that life, and you know, if you're male and you're going to be exposed to these things, man, they all do it, man. You know.
Yeah.
They all do it. I think this age in social media is just easy to get caught, or easy to, you know, get your shit out there in the public realm. But you know,
This magnifies it even more, eh?
yeah, magnifies it even more. But
Even if it was just like, oh my gosh, he just sent me a video saying, hi, what are you up to?
yeah,
And all of a sudden it's like, I'm just gonna leak this to E News and see if they can give me some money for
TMZ.
it, and like if I can get like 100,000, I'll be
Yeah.
happy. Like, fuck.
It's going to TMZ, eh?
but it's him DMing, like, that's reckless, man. Of
Yeah.
course, there's gonna be consequences, man. If you're that famous, got that much money and all that, you know. But I think it just goes with the territory. I think the landscape is different now with that kind of thing. Like, there's no hiding from social media or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you know, you if you're gonna, it's like a game, man. If you want to play the game, then you're gonna get, if you're that kind of high profile, you're gonna get that much chance of getting the shit come down on you like that. You know. So, but the other thing was, like, he's getting these attacks from, you know, from the media and women. Like, it's women that are coming out saying, you fucking cheater, you scumbag, and all that.
Yeah.
You know.
See, but for women, it's that emotional attachment, But for the guy, he's thinking about his fools, eh? That's what he's thinking about. He's like, what is she gonna send me back if I send this message? And the intention, like, fuck, I'll get something out of it, It can never stop there. But for fingers, it's always that, oh, man. You know, because he's such a star. He might write his next song. He might name his baby after me. But fuckers, like, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah. Well, that's why he's the fear poko, man. I should have never messaged it.
But, I still don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just like, he was just trying to play the, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
The glove didn't fit shit. I didn't realize. All phones have screenshot. Cool. Fuck.
So the Rugby League World Cup is almost upon us. The NRL Grand Final is tomorrow night. Probably get you guys predictions on that one, but before we do that, just want to talk a little bit about the Rugby League World Cup and Samoa. Samoa's brought out a powerful team. You know,
solid team, man.
It's like stacked, man.
They just need to stop putting the federal Dream Luai in the team. Because every time I see that, fuck, I understand. Like, I feel like telling the person who posted it, like, fucking take that off, man. You're only talking for a minority. The New South Wales did win the fucking state of our shit. Fuck, don't do that.
Put a Queenslander.
Put a Queenslander in there for the way. Push Josh Papali in there. Yeah. I don't know, bro. I like like I said earlier in one of the pods, like, fuck, I feel sorry for when they renamed this team, like, you know, the Pacific test and that. I feel sorry for the guys that miss out. And who do you put on the bench? Because look at the teams now. They got 8, 9 guys playing in the finals. And to be honest, I reckon it's going to put a strain on the tour team. Because they've played, right? So these guys who have rested for the last 4 weeks, they're going to obviously, their body's going to be a lot held up, all in, like, you know, not played up to the point, like, because you can only play so much football in a year, right? Like, look at the All Blacks when they start falling off on these inner world tours, like, fuck, they'll play their third team, but then if they lose, then you blame, then they bring the starters back. But fuck, they've had a long season, right? Yeah. And the league season's even longer. It's way longer than the Super Rugby. And you add the State of Origin and the freaking internationals in between. Bro, they're going to have a, like, they've named the team good on paper. Yeah, it's when they jump on the field.
It's always different on the field.
Yeah. What is my 5 cents?
Did you see the team out?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
No, it's a stacked team. I just can't wait to see the games. And it's good that the players that pulled out of playing for the Kangaroos, they come play for the Samoan team or the island team. That's good.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it the guy from Sydney Roosters, eh?
Oh, what's his name?
Joseph Suali.
Yeah. I think when you read his reasoning for sending down the Australia jersey to play for Samoa was probably like the most heartfelt and like the most genuine reason, to why you don't play your country of heritage.
Not what Paul Kent said, eh?
Now that guy is just uneducated, eh? Like I believe, like you know, like when they say, "Oh, he's a racist," but nah, if you think about it, it's just this fucking dumb guy Valea. That's all it is. He's just stupid. He's uneducated, so he wouldn't know. And Palangi culture is fucking way different from how Pacifica is. Polynesians have a different sort of, you know. That's why Palangi people, if you look at old folks home, people, if you're listening, watching, that's why you see it's full of Palangis and Chinese. Yeah. You never see Islanders in there. That's why Islanders look after their own rights till they pass, you know? That's the difference. That's where it is. So that guy Ken, he'll be in the home. Well, all these other guys that, you know, look after their parents and all that, like the Brian Tortles and that, you know, be living a good, seldom rich life because they go see their parents, you know? Stuff like that.
Yeah. I watched the didn't the Josh guy get he was nominated for the Rookie of the Year because I watched the Daily M.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't he not? But did he win it or was someone else?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I just saw that Nico Hines won the.
Yeah, he won the Daily M.
The Player of the Year.
It was either him or Ben Hunt. They were the top 2 or top. Yeah. I watched the whole thing, and one of the it was the Island. Oh my gosh, the Nanai kid, he got Rookie of the Year.
Second row, right? Does he play second row?
Yeah, for
Cowboys.
Yeah, I think he got Rookie of the Year.
He's playing Samoa.
Oh my gosh,
he's playing for Samoa.
I thought he was in Australia. Oh,
Australia.
I don't know. Oh, not 100% sure because they're just like dream teams that are being posted, eh? I don't think.
Oh, that's not the actual team.
I don't think International Tour Samoa, because they would announce it, right? They should announce it, and it should come from the Tour Samoa Rugby League official page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the 4 that I've seen, they're like just because it's like usually when they do stuff like that, they follow it up with the interviews with the players. Like I've seen the Tongan guys that are going already leaving for camp, but the Samoa one, I don't think it's 100%.
But you know the thing what I noticed about the Daily M too is that the women's game and like their awards and that it's really good how it's they're making it sort of like the woman equal with the men's game as well, so it gives that's what I saw that night, that the the ladies are getting like similar to the sort of the same as the men. They had a Daily M winner as well. For the women's, I don't know how. That was my first time watching that in ages.
Jeremiah Nanai, hey. Yeah.
I think as long as the tour can get some some chemistry between the halves, like, you know, the spine of a team. 9, 7, 6 in fullback. And the front row just play a go forward game and play the razzle dazzle sort of, you know, like that flair that they naturally have. Fuck, it should be a good World Cup, eh? But I reckon Lebanon will probably be really good too.
Lebanon,
With some of the like Mitchell
NRL
Moses
players.
gone over, they usually do, eh? But yeah,
So these games are played in England, so the games will be
nighttime.
early in the morning, eh?
Yeah.
Early morning, like 2 a.m.,
Our
3,
nighttime
3
ones.
a.m.,
Yeah.
yeah. Something like that. So, no, it's good. Got another holiday coming up, Labor weekend, so hopefully we can get one there. But yeah, man, I just want to go through one last topic before we hit the last words. And if you guys don't know or already know, they're gonna announce a new mayor soon for Auckland City. So there's 2 guys that are in the lead that are going face to face right now, head to head, and that's Wayne Brown and Efeso Collins. So have you guys been keeping up with what's been going on with the mayor stuff? And if you guys gonna vote, you don't have to say what you're gonna vote for, but have you guys been keeping up with that?
Nah, not at all. I know if that Collins guy follows me on Twitter, but I didn't follow him back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I listened to something that he was saying. It might have been on either on YouTube or just on Talkback, eh? But yeah, bro, not sold, eh? Not sold on because he's real big. He seems to be real big on the push for public transport. I think, like, if I just use public transport as an example, when people think about, like, how do I get to work, right? Oh, I'll just catch public transport. Fuck. If you think about, like, and I'm not trying to hate on anyone in particular or certain people, but it's like, if you think about your time, right? If you have to get up and catch the 5:30 to make it to Mangere at 7, how many hours are you on the bus? So that's 2 hours, right? Yeah. You times that by 4 days. That's one way. What about coming home? You can't buy back that fucking time, eh? And people to push public transport on people like that is like, fuck. Do these people have families? Like, do they have they actually done the groundwork and figured out, okay, so in that time, productively, what can you do with your life outside of catching public transport? There's fucking so much, bro. Because if it works out to be, like, say, 14 hours, fuck, that's a whole day's work. So you pretty much lose a day of work catching public transport. And that's just to go to one place. What if you don't get to Pack and Save? So you say you got to get off and then you're going to wait. That's another 20, 35 minutes you got to wait. Added to that, that's almost 20 hours. I don't think they crunched the numbers on how much energy goes into fucking, you know, sitting aside to catch public transport and, like, what you could do with that time if it was spent being productive. Yeah, I'm not sold on, like, fucking, oh, nah, it's, you know, we're trying to do ease the congestion and shit. The congestion's been fucked ever since they try to build, like, you know, certain housing in different areas of Auckland, right? Because if the problem was, okay, we need to widen or, like, take people off the roads, nah, they should have just had a set amount of cars that can pass through certain areas, right? So, like, if you say you start work at 9 o'clock, don't leave home and, like, 4 hours earlier. Leave closer to the time. Not everyone will be rushing at the same time.
Yeah.
If you think about little things like that, that would ease the congestion. But some pukils are coming from, say, like Swanson, and they don't want the traffic. Well, every other pukil that leaves an hour early is gonna leave at the same time. That's why there's congestion. But, like, they didn't think about simple things like that. Like, you know, that could ease. And if your car's not fucking warrantable or, like, it's obviously got a flat, fucking go fill up during the week. Don't fill up on the day of work, like you going to work. Because, fuck, the amount of people that sit up at a petrol station just to get coffee, it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Sorry, Big Daddy Fat Sex, just had to say that one. But if you think about it, it's like no one's using all these little, like, ideas, like, you know, public transport's not going to fix anything.
Yeah.
It's the worstest thing you can do. Like, I heard a little kid say it in speeches the other day. I don't know where he got his fucking statistics, bro, because that didn't sound fucking right at all, you know? It's like, nah. It's the worstest thing. It's not cheaper. That's what he said. It's cheaper to catch public transport. It isn't. It isn't. Not at these prices. Not the prices they were at. And I think Fiso was trying to say like he can make it affordable or next to free. Fuck. Here we go.
Public transport.
That's when the ACC levy or the fucking petrol levy goes up.
Yeah.
Registration goes from $68 to fucking $140. What, for 3 months? Oh, that guy's fucking... Yeah, bro. Don't use the South Auckland card in your Pacifica card, bro, because when I heard you talk about public transport, fuck, that's where I fell asleep. Yeah.
Well, what's funny if they're gonna use like say for example like the benefits of taking your own vehicle to work is that if you like say for example you're the train stopped over here, but then you had to walk like an hour and a half to where you work, you know, because there's no train stops around there, you know. They gotta think of things like that as well, you know.
If Fizzle wins and public transport is now free, so I think he's gonna take it out of the budget for the roads, budget to fix up the roads and that. I think he's gonna take it out of there. So if public transport are free, would that mean everyone's gonna take public transport? Because I don't think that's the only problem. Like Lex was saying, the problem is the convenience of it all. Is like, and this is something that Wayne Brown was talking about. He wants to get a button that can control the lights when the bus comes up to the lights. So when you press the button, the bus will be green and the bus can just go. So he's full of the convenience side of it, because it's inconvenient, man. You're right, man. You're gonna waste another extra 2 hours trying to get home, and all week. And yeah, like you said, you need to come home to cook for your family, and you know you got no time to stop at red lights and be stuck in traffic. I mean, they've got the bus lanes in there, but it's still. Plus, you got to stop at all these stops, pick up people, and it's still, you know, it takes time, you know. And I did the test because I work in town, and I did the test that I looked up how much it will cost me to catch a bus, right? And for this, if I could put that money that I spend on the bus into my gas, my car, and still get to work. But the only difference is I'll get there faster and spend less time traveling. So yeah.
Yeah. So, what did it work out for? Like, was it better for you to catch do public transport or take your own vehicle?
Take my own car, because I can get to work in
easier, faster,
in an hour.
Less fucking around. Yeah.
And not muck around. You know, if I take a bus, I have to walk to the bus stop, and wait for the bus, get on. The bus takes an hour to get there, get off. You know, it's just inconvenient. Yeah.
Like because my wife and daughter at the Port of Auckland right now, they're testing like they're doing like instead of like the Awalas pickup, they're doing like a pit stop pickup. So the bus will start at Westgate, then it will go to Henderson, Sunnyvale, New Lynn, Point Chev, and then the ports. If you have to catch the bus like that, so you have to try and make your way down to the bus like that, it might be a lot convenient as well, or it might be easier than trying to stop at every stop.
Yeah.
Like the flyer bus, like the first bus of the morning. But yeah, congestion, bro, it's like fuck. It's the worstest thing, bro. Like when people try and no indicate and just in a hurry to go home, like, hey, relax. But I'm thinking, even just having tradie vehicles, right? If you like got a trade vehicle and it's all like a truck, there should be different lanes, like, you know, especially on the motorway, man. Because and like even motorbikes should be able to use the bus lane, I reckon, because it's safer for them.
Yeah, instead of going through the
but if you
lane.
think about trucks, bro, like some trucks are too big, like you can't see what's in front, like especially when they slam on their brakes, especially trucks that don't have the rear brake light, the middle one. Like when they stop, like they're just like an instant stop.
Yeah.
But that's just the years of me sitting behind freaking, you know, trade vehicles and like it's always them, mate. Fucking when they're high beam or like the lights that are higher than your boot, just following behind. Yeah, these are these guys who were on the piss the night before. Oh shit, I'm gonna be late. Gotta go now. Gotta go.
Sure, boys. That's all I say. We just gotta do our last words, and then we'll end it there. So, who wants to go first?
Get us.
Okay. I'll go first. Last words. If you follow me on my socials, guys, what I put on my stories.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit this out.
Okay.
We've got to do the food review.
Oh yeah, the bakery run.
Okay, so and now we come to before we hit our last words, we're gonna hit our we're gonna do a little bakery review.
Yeah.
And since we stepped on Boom Bullet's toes and saying his line, taking over his line, we're gonna take over Tim Provice's
So-called bakery run.
YouTube channel bakery runs and step on his toes too. So
And I think we already win by default anyway. Because like, why would you have different guests giving their opinion on the price? Doesn't make sense. Make sense. I mean, it's bias. It's bias, eh?
all right, let's go. Let's go for the inside the clip bakery runs.
Yeah, man. So, you all talking about this Palomino Shops Bakery. And shout out to Nate, he's my boy. Kerry's always down for the good bakeries out west. And you guys told me to go in and taste the steak and cheese, eh? Because so Cam's take on the steak and cheese is that it's like how a Big Ben pie's cheese was back in the day, how it just sits at the top of the pie. And so I put that head to head with the Westside Bakery steak and cheese, then famous. I think Tim Provice gave it a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. But man, I gotta say, fuck, gravy, damn, on point, eh? Cheese, on point, man. Punching above. And this is where I give it the fucking damn, because I was with my daughter today. But the structure of the pie, because the Westside Bakery pie, it held. It doesn't hold. Like, you have a couple of bites, then it starts to sort of split. But man, what's the name of the bakery was up here?
We just call it Palomino Bakery. Yeah.
But yeah, man, the pie held, eh? It held. The only thing I didn't like was the freaking flaky pastry at the top. Because, man, I looked at my shit, I was like, oh, okay. Like, if you're trying to hide evidence that you've been eating a pie, fuck, you failed, eh? But in regards of, is it worth the gas? In regards of, is it worth the gas? And I'm going to be biased because it's further away from me, but it's like pretty similar to the Territory one. Like the gravy, the cheese, and the steak sizes is probably not worth the gas. But if I'm out this ways, fuck yeah, that's your fellas. Like in equivalence of Territory's my local, then that should be your number one local if you're on this side of West of Ranui.
Yeah.
Because fuck, that's a good, it's a hit, bro. It's a hit. But you know what cracked me up was when I was walking into the bakery. This guy just had a smile on his face. He had a Glenora Bears jacket on. And he's like, hey, Ray. He's like, hey, how are you? Talking. The man did I go, I heard from one of the boys that this is the place for the steak and cheese. And he's, where did you come from? I go, Territory South. And he goes, bro, the Westside Bakery. So he pretty much said it.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if it would be as good as that pie. But because he said it, and then when I had the pie, I was like, every bite I had, I was like, fuck, this is a good pie, man.
Man, that's solid.
But yeah, out of 5, fuck, I'll give it a 5.5. Fuck, yes. Pretty good pie.
What else did you have?
And the bacon and egg. And the bacon and egg. Yeah, I'll give the bacon and egg probably like a 4 out of 5. The only reason was because it had onions, man.
Oh, you like onions?
No, it's bacon and egg pie.
Oh man, I like that bakery. I like the potato top with the cheese, and they got bacon and whatever in it, and the double happy. I like those from that particular bakery. Yeah.
But what bakery are you saying again? Like leaning against for these pies in comparison to what? Because you were talking about that lunch bar down in Swanson.
Oh yeah, no, that's solid. But I was thinking about the Gleneden near Toby's. The one that baked the potato top.
Their potato top.
Yeah, with the bacon. That's solid, bro. That's solid.
So I think we got to buy them, eh? Buy them and put them side by side.
We need to do a bakery run. Oh, is it individual bakery run?
We'll video it.
But yeah, I have to say, man, I had to eat my words, eh? But yeah, that pie was good, man.
Nice.
So it's like, fuck. If Joey Parker got knocked out, yeah, it was because of that pie. Son of a bitch. Eh? Got him.
I got a recommendation to try this new burger joint. I don't know if it's new, but it's something I never heard existed. But there's a joint called The Grind, and it's if you follow the motorway past Westgate and you continue to go towards Whenuapai, continue down
Kimmy.
towards Kumu, and the big roundabout.
Yeah.
At the end of
the first one.
It's on the corner. Eh?
There's a place in the corner called The Grind. It's a burger joint, and I think they said Polynesians own it.
Ooh.
I think they're Māori, eh?
No, so do you remember Merv from school?
Bro, is that Merv's place?
Yeah, that's his. I remember I went there about 2 years ago.
So it's not old, eh? It is old. It has been around for a while, eh?
Yeah, and it was called The Grind then too.
I remember you telling me Merv.
Yeah, he owned the London.
That's
It's
his place,
solid, man.
So are we going head to head with Lucky G's on this one? Is
Man,
it?
we all need to go there, man. We need to go there, man.
You know what? I thought these burger joints popping up. That's what we should do, eh? The burger reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, anything for food. I'm there, boys.
But what about now, man? Liddy's Barbers has got the intel on the bakeries. Like, you tell me the pie, and I'll tell you where to go get it. You know, depending which way. Which side of Auckland you come from.
Where's another bakery then? It's like.
No, that's the thing. You gotta tell me what pie you want, and I'll tell you what bakery it is. That's what I mean.
Oh, definitely like a steak and cheese.
So if you want a steak and cheese, I'll now have to drop the Palomino Bakery. If you're coming from this side, otherwise it would be Tiarati, Westside Bakery. But if you want the potato top, you're saying, so another drop would be the Palomino Bakery.
Yeah.
And then the next one after that would be the Countdown KFC next door to that one.
Oh,
that potato top.
Yeah.
So from my side, and then the other one would be Gleneden next door to Toby's. So that's the thing. You got to say what pie you want. Like chicken pie would be that Carlson joint.
Yeah.
It'd be that one on the main road next door to the meat shop. So yeah, it's not like one bakery's got all the solid pies.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, I like because I like a bacon and egg pie. I like quiche. I like
Yeah, you can. It's making me hungry.
yeah, I know.
Okay, before I spew up, last words, guys. Last words. Start with you off.
Okay, just everyone, all my viewers on my socials, thanks for watching and following me. I just do it for a laugh, okay, guys? Don't take anything to heart, all right? I just do it for laughs, okay? Yeah, not last words yet. Stay tight.
So what happened? Did you get some bad feedback or something? Is that why you're trying to explain yourself?
Just some people, some people like a friend, a girl mate of mine. She always messages me. It's like, hey, that didn't come off right, and I'm like, no, it's not supposed to. Like, that's like don't take it to heart. Like when I said something about
Wow.
No, when
carry on, because fuck, this is gonna be a good final words.
No, because I said something like I'm not to be slept on, like it was a training video, but then she took it like, oh, like she PM'd me, she goes, like, why are you sleeping around, and all that, but I'm like saying like, it's, I'm not to be slept on, like
emotional damage.
yeah, like,
Silly.
and I was telling her like, wait, calm down. If you're like, not to be slept on means like if you're not like, if you're like, you're the last one to be picked, but I'm not. I'm saying I'm not. I'm gonna be the first one to be picked, like that.
Yeah, we get it.
But that's the way she took it. Like, why are you sleeping around and all this? And I'm like, nah. It's like I'm not. Don't sleep on me. You just get it right.
Yeah.
But some people like,
She's ipu o onga mai. It's ipu o onga mai.
yeah, some people didn't get it. Like,
Yeah.
but to everyone else laughing and they're supporting, cool. Thanks.
What's the name of the?
Well, what about you?
Oh man, like I shared the other week or a couple of weeks ago that my daughter had entered the speeches, the school ones. So she made it from the class one to the syndicate. She made from the syndicate to the school final, and this week on Tuesday, so she came first. So she won the speeches
Oh, nice.
for the school, and it's an award that my wife won about 30 years ago, and then my oldest daughter, she won it while she was there at
Wow.
school. So it's like a legacy in our house. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna come with your speech, come 100. You know, so nowadays girls can just like, you know, debate amongst
Nice.
each other and like hold their own. But just one thing I wanted to share, and it's like this is from anyone that like reads stories, right? Like I know it's social media. Feel free to send like comments and stuff. But like it's like sometimes you can people, and like they might do it not knowing, but it's like if your kids got good news, like right, like I look forward to hearing the good news from my own kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from someone else.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in our house is like I'm the dad that gets to work and come home and ask my kids, how was your day? So like when people tell me good news on behalf of my kids, they've robbed me of that moment.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, we're in this day and age where social media news travels like, you know, the wind. But like, fuck, there's some stuff that as a parent you want to just hear it from your kids, you know, and like I don't want to hear that. So like to not go into work and then go in where I had the option of going to the Pacifica night, which was on Thursday, or going on Wednesday night, start late, but listen to the speech finals. But because I was there, I got to enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
But then little things like this. So if I post on my story, oh look, you know, we went with one intention, like I'm only gonna miss work if you're winning. Like if she came second, I'll still be proud, but I'm like, shut just missed some extra hours, you know? But as a joke.
Yeah.
But then like some people like, you know, if I'm trying to celebrate my daughter's win and he come with the, oh, my brother's son's performing. I don't want to know about that shit. Let me enjoy the win while I'm celebrating the win, eh?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to comment something like that's meaningful.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations. Then comment about something about someone else. Like, who does that, right? To me, it's like, not that. And me, like, fuck, in my mind, I was thinking, fuck, did I ask? In my mind, I was like, did I fucking ask? Like, unless you fucking got 3 speech finals champions in your fucking household, shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't know. But just a little bit of a word to the wise to anyone that's commenting. Like, man, celebrate your, like, in your own home, your wins, eh? It's like, in my house, underneath the TV, anytime one of the kids gets a certificate or gets an award, I put it there, right? So we celebrate it for the week. So I know that when we have kongai on Sunday, and I acknowledge it, eh? Because you got to acknowledge it inside your own home before the kids take it to the room and put it on the wall, whatever. But like just little things like that, man. I'm like, some people very just, I don't know, caught up in the social media life, but like, fuck, hey, there's some stuff that doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
You know, like just worry about your own self and what's happening in your life. Like, I didn't want to know. I didn't ask. Like, yeah.
And
But mad love to all the staff at Henderson Intermediate, man. It's the greatest intermediate on this planet.
yep.
And still, after all these years, you know, housed a lot of great men and athletes and leaders and doctors and lawyers and shit. But yeah, super proud. But just, yeah, man, just one of those things, when people add their 5 cents to the place, it's like, hey, I didn't need to hear it. Man. But yeah.
Charlotte's. Shout outs. That's us, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, boys.
Fuck.